Do you see that hook?
Look up.
Oh, am I supposed to? I'm supposed to hold the look.
You gotta do the hook. Hook.
Is that?
It's a tear. Something I can bring into this world.
Oh, right. This is the bit where you can press F to have her bring objects into
What
the
a
play spaces.
robust puzzle mechanic. Now you're thinking with tears.
Okay.
And now
There's more
I can do this.
Oh, but this isn't a puzzle thing, really, though, is it? It's a combat thing. Like
No,
the sky hook.
it's just like there are places where you can have her summon in objects and that's it. Like,
But it
there's
doesn't
there's
add
no
any
strategy
dynamism.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this sucks. Imagine, like, think about how cool and dynamic it is in Batman Arkham Asylum when you have to, like, look at a wall and say, I think there should be a thing for me to grapple to there. Oh, cool, you get to pick where the grapple hooks are? No, you get to decide if one is at a planned place where it should be.
So for the record, for my playthrough, what I've been doing is just I click whatever the hell the electric DLC you get for free at this point is for the hookshot, and I'm just running around meleeing the crap out of everyone because it's like a 1 in 3 chance to stun them.
Yeah. Alright. So I got a power-up. I don't remember specifically what they were. I think I got one power-up that like makes it so that your melee damage attacks do damage. Like fire damage. And then I think I got another one which makes it so that, like, when you kill people with the hook, you get health back. And this is what I was talking about earlier. It accidentally made the game Doom 2016. Where, like, you have to rip and tear to stay alive. And that was, like... definitely the most fun part of it.
I did one where there's one where you get like a charging bowl vigor, and I used that in combination with a bunch of melee abilities, and that made the game kind of okay until I got to the later parts, and none of the weapons that I actually thought were decent were available. And
what
we got here?
Go ahead.
You wanna know something weird? I don't remember Vigors in this game. Like, I obviously remember that they existed, but, like, none of my hazy memories of combat in this game involved Vigors at any moment.
They're all just damage. They overwatched it, right? Like, it's all just DPS.
Yeah.
Like, remember in Bioshock 1 where you could do things like try to lure them into water and then electrocute them, and then that'll really hurt them because the electricity plus the water does additional damage. Or you could, like, do fire on oil slicks to cause damage. Or you had ways to use the security system against one another. There were all sorts, like... Not that Bioshock is...
Yeah, no, you could build, like, a whole battle for the Big Daddy. Like, you could put all these different things up, you could change things, and you're like, okay, I'm ready to take this motherfucker on.
That was good. I really liked doing that.
Me too.
You can't
I
do
like
that here
any
because it's
game
just
that
all
lets me, like,
DPS.
plan an ambush.
Like, even the traps are just DPS traps. They're not like in Bioshock 1 you had the crossbow that let you set traps by doing electrified bolts, and then the Bad Daddy would charge, and it would do some damage, but it would also stun him so he'd stop, and then you could just walk up and melee him with the wrench if you wanted. Especially if you had like an anti-armor wrench, you could do cool things.
So, Bioshock actually passed, like, a test. It's not like a real test, but it's like kind of something I use as a litmus test when thinking about the kinds of video games I like. Which was, I played Bioshock on easy difficulty when I played it. And I didn't actually die. And I think, like, a game where you can play it, like, on a reasonably easy difficulty and not die your first time is doing something right with the mechanics. Because it means that, like, you have the opportunity to, like, not get, like, one-shotted by something you didn't know that, like, would kill you, to, like...
Yeah.
learn how to like marshal resources and like collect things and save things for emergencies when you need them. I think the only other game that like passed this test also was Far Cry 2 that I can think of. I managed to get through Far Cry 2 on one life, which got really kind of tense towards the end.
Want to hold on to this? Here you go.
Far Cry 3, no. Far Cry 3 did not pass the test.
Oh yeah, that game really liked to kill you.
The fun thing actually about Far Cry 2 is, mild spoilers for Far Cry 2, there's at least one part of that game where you're supposed to die, and I didn't know that, so I was...
Oh,
it was actually like...
Nothing upsets me more.
Yeah... But it felt like really intense, because I was kind of like, this might just be it. This might just be where my like Far Cry 2 roleplay ends. Let's fucking do it.
It was Slate who killed for his country at Wounded Knee.
Where are you going, Josh?
Slate who stormed the gates.
I wasn't sure where the fucking boss fight was gonna be.
It's here. He just throws a bunch of crap at you, and you have to survive the waves of goons, and then he kills himself after this. You don't ever actually fight him directly.
I won't let him. He took my past, but that's all he's getting from me.
We deserve a soldier's death.
We don't need to do this. Here you go, boys. A
I just-
soldier's death awaits.
I like how that's written graffiti style at kind of like an angle,
Okay.
but there's no way you could write that casually. Like, it's huge. You need a ladder for that.
I can't. I kind of wonder if I mean, I know it was there before we went in, but I like the idea that they did this in the 5 minutes we went to get the shock jockey.
That's
I do appreciate a game where enemies write graffiti specifically for your behalf, like for your benefit.
You're not the fucker to wit I remember. Tin Man! Tin Man! You're not the
well, this sure is a boss fight,
It's so exciting.
and he just replayed the same thing he said a minute ago, so that's cool.
You got to go inside there and I think hit a button, and then he'll leave, and then
Oh boy. Oh, in that case.
So I was thinking about this. Can anybody think of examples like of museums in video games?
Last of Us Part 2.
Baldur's Gate has one.
Oh yeah.
You need to like steal stuff from it.
I mean, Fallout has a lot. Fallout has a lot of weird ones.
I really like that in Fallout. Like that's one of the things in Fallout 3 I enjoyed, was the fact that they like have a bunch of museums in the game.
Me too. Yeah.
I always enjoyed the idea of like touring a part of a game's world and kind of like seeing like what kind of exhibits and histories they have in it. Like not in this game. It's not fun in this game. It just sucks.
Don't disappoint the boys.
But in other games,
I think Fallout does it best, in my opinion. Any of the Fallout games. Like, they really put a lot of love into whatever it is that they're building, usually. Like the Nuka-Cola world. Oh, God. It doesn't get better. That's one of my favorite DLCs of all time.
I really like enjoyed the Nuka-Cola stuff. I didn't like finish the main quest lines, but
Well, because it gets dumb.
It got what it got is it got like really bullet spongy. I don't know if I just had like an overpowered build or something.
Well,
So-
if you were like, no, I'm not going to be a fucking raider, then you have to go kill all of the raiders. It's like, oh,
I think
This
I just
is-
decided, fuck it, I'm gonna be a raider for the purposes of this DLC. It's not like I really care about keeping my character inconsistent with my aborted Fallout 4 main story playthrough.
the fact that the tin soldiers are immune to about half your powers really does
ooh.
underscore just how much it. Yeah, that's the gun that Mumbles won.
We did it.
yay.
But it does underscore just how badly designed the combat is, because like you spend your points getting these upgrades, and then these upgrades just become ineffectual, like completely ineffectual. They do nothing, and there's not like it's not about picking the things that are most effective or least effective. It's just having one thing in your arsenal. It just pushes you towards DPS for everything, and I hate it.
Man, I really said this gun didn't exist like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I looked it up. It did. I saw it. We're good.
Hang on. Please excuse me. We're reloading here. Elizabeth, I don't suppose you'd like to toss us some ammo.
So this
I
is
really
the
like
other
the
reason.
haunted
okay.
house in Fallout 4 and like the Nuke World.
Mm-hmm.
What were you saying, Chris? It sounded like that was on topic.
No, I was just going to complain about the reason I hate the racist museum is only half because it's a racist museum. The other half is everything with Slate, because he sucks, and I hate this storyline.
Yeah, this is pretty dumb.
So, what happens if we spare him? He
Just-
just commits suicide himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Oh,
much.
I don't know.
Yeah,
So I guess
fucking
check
kill
it
him.
out.
Oh. Already hit the kill button. I mean, it doesn't matter, because nothing in this game matters.
I like the completely gratuitous, like, 3 droplets of blood that flew up out of frame when you shot that guy. As if, like, if it wasn't for that, it wouldn't be clear what happened.
This guy has rocks in his brain.
Is that what creates electricity, you guys? Is
Yeah.
that what it...
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I should know, because we have an energy contract for renewable energy where we power our electrics by rocks. So I have to get up in the
Like
morning and
the-
like shovel rocks.
I bet.
What is up with almost every Vigor in this game basically just having exactly the same primary and alternative function? Primary function fires it to somebody, alt puts it on the ground, and then if people walk towards it, it goes
Lazy.
off. Like,
Laziness.
there are a few that don't do that, but it's like very samey for a long time.
Laziness.
It smacks of a game that was made and remade. So in some ways, it's the opposite of laziness, just because like it feels like game systems that were made in the 15th iteration of this game, and we just needed to make combat work, and screw it. You can just
Oh, you
throw
know
different
what?
powers at people.
What's the word for that?
Complacency
Like,
might also
yes,
be, like-
yes.
Yeah.
Those Vigors seem very
I'm impressed that worked,
Do what I can to keep you stocked in salts.
but you don't see a lot of opportunities to do that in this game. So
Yeah, there was an oil slick earlier, but we didn't really use the Devil's Kiss on it. Also, I feel like there are too many Vigors. Like, some of these things did not need to be powers that you could have. I would have preferred a situation where you had like 5 of them, and maybe they had more upgrade trees to do more stuff.
well, like, okay, you put a trap down for electricity, and if they step on it, it stuns them with electricity, so they don't move, and they take a little bit of damage. How is that different than Bucking Bronco, which stuns them by levitating them in the air,
Right.
and doing a little bit of damage? It's the same damn thing. Like, get rid of Bucking Bronco entirely, because it does nothing. There's no reason to ever use it.
You know that scene in Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, where they've thrown all of their ammo overboard, so they're just kind of throwing whatever they can into the cannons, just like forks, spoons, like flask of liquor, just bits of wood, just absolutely anything, like nails, just anything they can, as long as they can keep those cannons firing. That's kind of what combat in this game feels like. You just sort of throw whatever you happen to have at the moment at enemies, and then Elizabeth throws you something different, and you throw that at the enemies.
Yeah. Well, that was a rough area. But now we've definitely... There's no more racism museum. Not a sniper rifle.
Honestly,
That was probably the worst part, if I'm thinking about
yeah.
it.
There are individual scenes that are still pretty sketch, but really the problem we're going to run into eventually is more just the underlying both sidesism that's going to make us angry about the racism all over again.
Yeah.
Yes, it's thematically rather than just like, I don't know, aesthetically bad.
This RPG has a really weird arc. I guess it is an RPG as opposed to just a grenade launcher, but...
Well, it's not a traditional RPG.
Rocket jump.
Yeah, do it. Fucking rocket jump, Josh. Go, go,
Rocket
go.
jump.
Do it. Oh, that fucking
that
sucks.
didn't really do anything.
That was terrible.
You didn't crouch right.
Sorry, guys, I'm just not good at rocket jumping.
Hey, I got this. I found this link to the site on Dig that teaches you how to like find a macro for script jumping. You should do that, Josh.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's do it. Let's go
Elizabeth-
find the Dig article.
Just happened to find 5 rockets just sitting there and threw them to you. It's normal.
Did you guys? I was actually in a TF2 tournament once.
Uh-huh.
The premise of the tournament was that it was for a server I was on, and it would be like the competitive players were on one team, on the other team were the scrubs, and guess which team I was on?
Scrubs.
Scrubbing it
Scrub
up,
boy.
scrubbing it
Scrub
down.
boy.
I can't do this all on my own. I'm no Superman. But yeah, I don't know why. Looking back, I don't know why that was the premise of the tournament. That seems like kind of a gimme. Like, hey, we took all the players who know how to play the game and we put them on a team opposite everybody who doesn't.
Were there any
Particularly
handicaps?
try that hard. No,
What the fuck? That's so
it
stupid.
was just kind of an invitational pub stop, and that's exactly what happened.
Michael
There's
Jordan,
a pub stop
come
in
play.
our own server.
So stupid. Gamers are so dumb. Did you win? Did the Scrubs win though?
Not a single fucking match.
Yeah, I feel like if Owen we won was the punchline, Ritzgar would have gotten to it by now.
Every time I see that George Washington, I think of the Brad Neely short.
Washington, Washington, 6'20",
6'8",
fucking killing for fun.
I didn't
For
remember
anybody-
the lyrics good.
No, for anybody who's listening to that, those were both correct quotes from the song.
Were they?
They quote him as being both 6'8" and 6'20".
Oh,
Actually, I think
okay.
maybe 6'7". I don't know.
That's what different universes are, Campster. It's one person remembering a song lyric and the other one remembering a different. They're all the same. It's the same thing. It's the same.
It's like the Howie Mandel effect.
God.
Did you guys know that Howie Mandel actually died in jail?
Or Bernstein Bears.
Yeah, did you know that Bernstein Bears actually won the 2016 election?
It's true.
Just waiting for somebody to argue that's everybody that was in.
guys should be talking about the Bernstein Bears. Didn't you know what happened in 2016?
Something happened to the Bernstein Bears in 2016.
I don't know. I'm just making shit up.
It's.
All right, this Gatling gun sucks.
I mean, okay, listen. You know, in case there's any controversy about what we've said, I feel I should make it clear that I hate the Bernstein Bears and always fucking have, just personally and
Hold on,
emotionally.
hold on. No.
No, wait,
Hold
hang
on.
on.
Where is this coming from? Where is this coming from?
Oh no, I just think it should be clear that I don't associate with the Bernstein Bears. In case they're doing anything bad, it's just covering my ass.
Oh, yeah. Bernstein Bears
Fuck 'em.
fucking suck. I hate their whole fucking family.
Fuck, I keep getting stuck
Why is the
on
mom
walls
always
and
wearing
shit.
a shower cap? You're not always in the shower.
That did always actually kind of bother me. I don't know if that's like a real hat. It doesn't.
I think
I've
it's a
never seen a
bonnet.
hat that looked like that. I
No, it's
guess.
a bonnet. Yeah, it's got to be a bonnet.
Yeah, it looks like a bonnet.
I just remember that there was like
Where are we on
a thing where it was like
time right
trying to
now?
talk about how like instead of when you're in the movies, instead of having popcorn, you should have raisins. I just remember thinking like that's nothing. That's nothing. I don't even think that's good health advice, but also just don't do that. Like, who just sits down and eats raisins, like an entire like
Wait,
popcorn
what?
bucket of raisins?
Who gave you this advice?
The Bernstein fucking Bears.
What the fuck, Bernstein Bears? Let us eat popcorn.
It's like the Bernstein Bears stop eating like shit like goddamn raccoons. That's the name of the book.
What? Leave off the raccoons. Now I'm mad.
Whatever it is.
You know how I said
Yeah, so they just the mama bears everybody needs to stop just like shoveling filth by the trowel full into their fat faces all the time. You need to eat healthy instead, so stop eating ice cream and start eating frozen yogurt. What? What's that? It's the same number of calories? Fuck you.
Fuck, dude. My dude, that's fucked up.
It's not one of the hits.
So, we're still tricking Elizabeth to go, and she thinks we're going to Paris, right?
I think
Petty.
so, yeah.
That's so fucking stupid. Yeah, kid, I'm taking you to Paris. Now throw me another tonic. We gotta get moving.
We got shit to do
It's
here.
just- It's this game exactly, except instead of Elizabeth giving you useful stuff, you just keep asking her for beer.
You want that big ass tower? You want to go see that big ass tower? Fucking jump on the train thing. We're going for
What's
a
that
ride.
tower called, Booker? I've always wondered. I don't fucking know.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. Let's go.
What? That's not what I wanted. No. Okay. Alright, so we're about at time. Do we want to do the next cutscene here, or...
Sure.
No, let's save it. Well, okay.
Okay, no, let's
do
save
it.
here. Let's save here. Alright, fuck it. We called the gondolas.
Alright.
You can't save
the
here is
gondola.
problem.
Okay.
You can't force a save, so you can only...
Well, we'll be at checkpoint here. So yeah, next time we'll see what happens when the gondolas do what gondolas do, I guess.
What do you think will happen? Huh? What do you think will happen? The guy's name? Fink? Fink, get it? Like